Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the live this Wednesday, like we do every Wednesday. But today I'm gonna have Nas and CJ with me. So first of all, before we get started, let's get those comments rolling. Where's everybody from? I see people have been dropping stuff already, but where's everybody from? Charlotte checking in. Make sure y'all share the stream before we get started. Share the stream with whoever you want to share it with. Share this, share this, share this. Trinidad, ATL, Dallas in the house, Nashville, Atlantic City, Atlantic County, Rocky Mount, North Carolina, Albemarle's in the house, 305, Miami. I love it. Philly. All right, let's bring my guys in. But first let's bring in CJ. And he's not there. Look at CJ.
No, I'm here.
Okay. You
What's
just
up?
Rolling Uncle Sam. So, man, I don't know if you know, me and my team last week went to go see our guy Nas in Charlotte. You do that? So
listen, I saw this online. I can't. I'm excited, man. I got to be honest. I'm super excited right now, because and I pray, man, I really do, that you guys got this internet situation figured out. All right, I've seen the new set. Listen, you guys are in for a treat. All right, I've seen the new set. I don't know who designed it. All right, I don't know who designed it, but I'm excited to see the quality of this, man.
All you need to know is my entire team went up there. We hooked him up, hooked his stuff up and showed him how to use it. But my guy has the ultimate BBW bachelor pad.
Oh man. I can't wait to get back down to Charlotte. I'm not going to partake in
your own room. You have your own room. The room, what's the room it's a New York, you're in the New York Giants room.
All right, great. Now, you know what? I'm gonna have to bring some Redskins gear the Washington football team gear when I come down. But I'm excited, man. I gotta come down. I gotta come this month now.
It's gonna be awesome, man. So let's bring up my guy Nas to. Oh wait, is he crispy?
Oh, I'm crispy. I'm crispy.
And the sound is
Hold up, man.
It is crazy.
Man. This how I'm coming, man. Hey, look at my teeth. Yo, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, this how I'm coming, man. This is how I'm coming, man.
You look amazing. There's a couple of observations real quick. We upgraded everything but the cups.
Everything.
Okay, bro. All right. So let me say that. Shout out to Law Clerk on Demand. She sent me. That's the homie. She sent me $100 gift certificate to Macy's. So I bought some new dishes. So I got some big people dishes. All right, so some nice stuff. So when y'all come, I can feed y'all. I didn't get no cups because between dishes and proper silverware, the $100 was gone. So
I got the cups.
There you go. I need some grown people cups.
Yeah, I'll get the cups straight for you.
So Nas, do me a favor. Move. You see how we all like in the center? Just move to your right a little bit. Oh man, we in the game now, man.
Yo, that's how I'm coming, man. For 2020, for the third quarter of it, I'm coming strong.
This year is your year. This is all you.
That's how I'm coming, man. How I'm coming, bro.
So Nas has an entire room in his house dedicated to streaming, and he took it serious. Next week, you probably gonna see a TV behind him. It's there, but it was too hot.
Too hot. Yeah. So, but yeah, this is how I'm coming, man. Yeah, I was being humble in the first house, and that was clowning me. I had to come strong, man. So yeah, man.
So somebody said you had cups from Popeyes.
I did have cups from Popeyes and KFC, but my friend, she was like, "Yo, bro," she said, "Yo, this is pitiful." So when I left those things at the old house, You know, I gave up my Aunt Annie
left it like a wholesale deal. Left it
there, man. You know what I'm saying? No more Aunt Annie's cups. I'm gonna get some grown people cups. CJ said he's gonna take care of that, and I'm back in the game.
Oh, look! I got you, man. We're gonna make sure you straight on the cups, man.
Oh my God! Oh, as soon as we start talking, who is back there running your camera right now?
Nobody, man. It's doing that on its own, man.
Oh, because you leaning. That's what they said.
Oh, okay.
My team says you need to stay in focus.
I gotta stay in focus. All right.
But you're not in focus right now.
I don't know what's going on.
We're gonna have to work through this. Man.
They said put your hand up real quick.
All right, I put my hand up
and back it up. That didn't work.
Yeah, that's not it.
That didn't work. Yo, it was going good the first 2 minutes.
So Nas, you got all this stuff set up. Max and the squad. Shout out to Dave. Shout out to Matt. Shout out to the whole team. They come over. They get you straight, and you don't think to say. And I'm just curious. I wasn't there, right? Yeah. But you didn't think to say, "Hey guys, do you mind showing me how to run everything?" They did. And most importantly. Can you show me how to be focused on camera?
On FaceTime today.
Okay, they did.
There it is.
They did show me that. Now I'm back. I'm back. The focus. Yo, this camera costs a lot of money, y'all.
American dollars.
American dollars, not pesos. So this camera costs a lot of money, but they took care of me, so it's doing all this on its own. But I'm not gonna lean back no more. I'm gonna stay like this so we can be good.
My guy. So listen. I wanted to switch something up just a little bit. I asked the guys if they could bring maybe a topic or two that they want to talk about for the first 30 minutes. And then the last 30 minutes, we'll go on to like taking questions from people because I think you guys enjoy that format. It's cool that we get to come here every single week, hang out with everybody that's in the chat. Please make sure you give this a thumbs up, hearts it wherever you are. And just listen, share this screen to the stream to your personal. So like if you're on YouTube, just share it to your Facebook or however. Do whatever you need to do. I appreciate that. We all appreciate if you share this and get it to the right people out there. But man, what's new for you guys? What's been going on? I know it's been about 2 weeks, like it is all the time. So, did you get a topic that you want to talk about to just kick off with, or just something in general?
Yeah, I thought of one, but Nas, you go ahead, man.
I'm first.
Well, you always prepared though.
Yeah, I'm always prepared, and the reason why I'm first, I got this crispy camera, so I gotta get my shine time. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, the topic I want to just talk about is just something I mastered, which is living under your means, right? So, in some private group chats and off the record, us three, we've been having this conversation, but it's like lately throughout all the newspaper articles from what we're seeing with the people getting this PPP money, the people getting and a real estate investor did it and out of Houston, but people getting this PPP money, the EIDL money, they're getting big lump sums, right? Going out, when I say lump sums, they're getting anywhere between 800,000 and up. But they're going out buying a Rolex and buying a Lamborghini truck, which is about $200,000. And what's happening is they're losing their freedom for 2 to 4 minutes of IG pictures.
I think maybe more than 200,000, bro. I think that truck's like 240, 250.
Possibility. So it's like, you know, the conversation I just want to have is like, man, we got to become comfortable with ourselves, man. You know, I know y'all see me and I got this crispy camera. I got the blue wall jean in the back of me. That's what it's called, the jean color. You know what I'm saying? But everybody can have the jean color. You know what I'm saying? Everybody can have the crispy camera. So, but you have to be comfortable with yourself to know those things and not try to scam to get those things. Okay, so my thing is just become comfortable with yourself, right? And this is one thing I liked about I told Max, right? He's just comfortable with himself. CJ is just comfortable with himself. Like they're so comfortable with this. I can call them both broke asses publicly. I can call myself Jordan, them Cool Coach, and Bill Cartwright, and they're okay with it, right? Because they know who they are, right? They know who they are.
Me neither, for sure. I'm good being Bill. Bill got a ring, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just one ring.
Yeah, I just needed the ring. As long as I'm on the team, man, I'm good.
Yeah,
I'll mop the floors, man.
Right. You know what I'm saying? And that's because you're comfortable with yourself. And what happens is, what I'm seeing, man, is not just the kids, man. It's people 30, 40s, you know, trying to.
It don't matter what age at this point.
No matter what age at this point, like people are just really going on social media and proving their success for a few hundred likes. And then you go to jail and you have a federal case. Like, to fight a federal case, at minimum, you're looking at like $50,000. Don't matter what it is. And you're still going to go to jail.
Yeah. You know, I kind of touched on this a little bit today. I was actually it was Dwayne's day to follow me around with the camera, and we had a conversation in the car about why can you tell, and this may be off, so why are we able to tell when somebody's rich and when somebody's poor? Now from the end, and I'm going to reverse that question. Why is it when somebody doesn't have money, they act a certain way, in the sense that, I don't even know if this is the right question at the right time.
No,
but
I think I get where you're going with it, though, right? Like, I think, are you talking about like the way we project ourselves, images?
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah, I think a lot of the issue is that and one, like, we're young African American men, right? Mm-hmm. I think a large part of this is like culturally, like we've grown up. We're all similar age. Like, we've grown up in a culture where
Nas way older than both of us, but go ahead.
Nas is definitely way older than both of us, but that like that culture of showing off and like wanting to show different things. I think that has a lot to do with it. I don't think social media, helps a lot with that. And I think having nice things is okay. I want to be like really clear about that.
Yeah, I mean, I like nice things. I collect like watches now. But
have you ever posted your watch online?
No, other than like when people may have seen it, but I don't really like.
No, I mean like, have you ever made a post like, oh, I just got this such and such for?
I'm not like that. One of my most proud moments is buying my property to build my house. I mean, I put that on there, but I try to do it in a learning way. I don't know, man. I think it's, and I was having this conversation like in my DM with somebody, and I was like, yo, I think we just need counseling on because some of the richest people I know don't look like they got money. When I first met Nas, I tell everybody the story. I pulled up at one of Nas' houses that he was selling for $500,000, and he had on Jordan shoes or Shaq. So he had on Shaq shoes with holes in them and a Kia. I think he maybe had thought I was coming out.
He had the Rec Room shoe Shaqs on, man.
He had he had Shaq shoes with hole on the left toe.
I respect it.
Yeah.
And so I guess maybe we just got to get comfortable within ourselves. Like, trust me, my favorite watch that I own is my Apple Watch. And I could never, ever have thought I would see myself buying $40,000 or $50,000 watches. But the thing is I learned that the watches that I like and that I'm attracted to are actually investments. Like, I got a plain Jane. I got a couple plain Jane Rolexes that I bought for $97 that are worth triple, $9,700 that are worth triple. And I've never even wore them. And it's just an investment type thing. But I think you should have fun. I think more people should have experiences. Like when I finally came into some money, I bought more expensive shoes. Like, I just bought shoes that I never had when I was younger.
I don't think.
But I didn't do it. I didn't do it for anybody else. Like, I didn't post. Yeah. I didn't talk about it. It was just like, oh man, I can get these. I like these Adidas, and I went into that stuff. But really, I try to be as simple as possible, because I realize, and I think here's the thing though. I guess we all need to admit this, and maybe not Nas. Maybe Nas never did this, but I could probably say CJ and I probably did this. The first once or twice we ever got what we considered a bag, we blew it.
Oh man, let's talk about that, man.
I did that in high school.
How'd you ever blew a bag? You ever blew money?
Yeah, I did that in high school. I did that, man. I was foolish.
Yeah, so I think we all have done that.
Absolutely.
But I think as you get wiser and more financially literate, you start to like, I think you start to like realize that, man, it's not even about what's outside. I more care about what my brothers and my sisters and my mom think about me more than anybody else.
I think that's the key, though, what you just said. I think a lot of this comes from like, and I'm speaking from personal experience too, right? Like we get so caught up and concerned with what other people think about us that we start living our life and trying to do things in the capacity of what other people are going to think. One thing that I appreciate about Nas so much, aside from the fact that this guy's a character, is that this dude don't care what anybody thinks. He's gonna say what he wants to say. He's gonna wear the shacks. You know what I mean? He's gonna do the things that he wants to do. But I think that needs to be spoken on because that's important, right? Like that shows leadership. That shows growth. I've definitely blown a bag. I've definitely made terrible decisions with money in the past. And one thing you talked about learning experiences too, right? So like for me, a learning experience is also like once you've had some money and you mess it off a little bit, right? By making poor decisions, not making good judgment calls on certain things. Mm-hmm. Once you get back to it, you're like, whoa, like I'm not that stuff that I was on before, going to the club and doing. I don't need to do any of that because I don't have anything like when I had a situation, I didn't have anything to show for it then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's I'm out of focus again. All right, and so one of the things that I just wanted to touch on that, man, is like, okay, so when I was saying being comfortable with myself, when I was younger in the environment I grew up in, yeah, our parents tried to instill values and be proud of who you are, etc. But when you growing up in an impoverished environment and you're spending a lot of time outside the house, what your parents might necessarily tell you, you might not implement that right away, right, in your life. So, man, I grew up in an environment where we didn't have any self-esteem. We had to buy our self-esteem. So therefore, we had to buy our self-esteem. We would cover up our poverty with name brand clothes and expensive clothes. So it's like, yo, I'm coming to school. Hey, you ain't got this Coogee sweater. You ain't got this $4 sweater. You ain't got this iceberg. You ain't, because we're all living in the same environment. But what it is, we're trying to hide our poverty because our self-esteem is not existent. We're not comfortable with ourselves. And after blowing my bag at a young age and early 20s, man, going broke off that, I realized like, yo, man, I got all these clothes. I can't do nothing with it. And I'm talking this back in the day, folks. So I'm talking about the clothes. We 2X, 3X sweaters, jeans that's way too big, We was wearing Michael Jordan jeans way back then,
But I think Nas said something super important, man. He dropped a bar there when he said, we're trying to cover up our poverty. Like that's deep, right? We're trying to cover up our poverty. Like we got things going on. We got life going on. A lot of us at certain times, like that feeling of not being where you want to be at. Max, I don't want to speak for everybody. That for me has never gone away. Like correct. Each time you get to the next step, you're like, man, I'm still not where I want to be at. Right? Yeah. And so like,
I think a lot of that has to do with your circle.
I agree. Yeah, I agree 100%.
It makes you step up.
Yeah, I agree with that 100%. I'll tell a story about you real quick. I remember when we first met, right? I can't remember when that was. I think it was was that last fall? Yeah, last fall.
We have heard about each other, but we never got to meet. Antoine had brought me up to DC area.
No, I'm sorry. First time I came down to North Carolina.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
Yeah, so I come down, we're kicking it, and I get back. I remember I got back and I'm thinking like, now I gotta elevate what I'm doing, right? Like I'm too comfortable in the space that I'm at, right? Mm-hmm. And so I think like a thing about our relationship, the three of us, is we get to have that constant communication on a daily basis and help push each other to those new heights, right? Like some of the stuff that I'm doing right now that you know about, like having conversations with you, like, nah, like, man, I appreciate some of the game that you've given me so that I can go do certain things with my platform and things of that nature. But that comes to your point of like, what is our circle? Who are the people that we have around us? And you got to want to be vulnerable in those spaces too. A lot of times we want to beat our chest. We get around our boys and we talk about whatever. But the reality of it is like, you got to want to have some vulnerable conversations at the same time.
Yeah, and I think that's definitely 100% your circle. I read a quote today where it said, what did it say? It said, I lost it. It was there somewhere, but it was a quote basically saying like, get a circle to where your wins don't seem like they're bragging, right? Like we should all be trying to achieve these things, and we also push each other's, because y'all have done things with new builds and new constructions in neighborhoods that I've never done. I remember when I first started building my house, I was hitting you up, CJ, about stuff about the development side of things, you know. So it's good to have people around you that have done things you haven't done and things you want to achieve to get to 100%. To round off what my man was saying, Nas, there's a guy, I don't know who he is, but I seen somebody posting, I reposted it. Isaac Hayes III said percentage of Americans making $100,000 or more is 9%. 9% of Americans are making $100,000 or more, and that's 100% true. The percentage of Black Americans making $100,000 or more, and I'm talking, this is W-2 on paper IRS taxes. This is
no
through
PPP.
IRS. Yeah, it's 1.17%. So it says all the posts of luxury cars, jewelry, bottles, vacations, private jets with designer clothes and bags are people capping for the gram. Check the facts, ignore the caps.
Ooh, I like that.
Facts, ignore the caps.
That's a bar.
That's a shirt.
It is a bar, man.
That's a whole shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we gotta move away from that, right? Like, I think that's why we're taking time to do stuff like what we're doing right now, collectively and individually, right? Like, it's like trying to show people that like that stuff is not important, right? Mm-hmm. Like, there's no priority to go get a Lamborghini or be on a private jet. Would it be dope? Like, would it probably be a good experience? Sure. I'm definitely not saying that, right? But we can't make wanting to show other people those things the priority of what we're doing.
You know, you should do it. Like, for me, like when I go out and purchase that Lamborghini, whether it's all cash, whether I do a master lease, whatever it is, I'm telling you this right now. It's because it's not for y'all. It's because I had a yellow Lamborghini Diablo on my wall as a kid, and I probably will never put it online.
Hey, yo, that's some real. Let me say this, right, before you move on, right? A friend of mine, I'm not even going to say his name. He had a few years back, he had a Rolls Royce Ghost. Whatever year it was, that's the year of Ghost he had. The lease was $4,000 a month. Okay? Rolls Royce gives you 6,000 miles a year. I think it's 4,000 or 6,000 miles a year on the lease. So basically, you could drive from here to the store a few times a year. Okay?
Yeah.
He negotiated 10,000 miles a year on it. The lease was $4,000 a month. He's in a situation where he can really afford that car. He really makes that kind of money. We can afford that car. Shout out to my boy in San Diego. I'm going to say his name. All right. He says something that stuck with. Oh, first of all, the car was so nice. The rug was so plush. I asked him, do I have to take all my shoes off? He thought I was joking, but I was really serious because this rug was plush. Okay. All right. He asked me, he said, yo, bro, you want to drive it? I said, man, hell no, I don't want to touch this. I said, man, I ain't touching this, and I bring something. I said, no, man, I drive a Kia. You know what I'm saying? So, all right. We saying, so he was like, yo, before I got this car, one of my mentors told me, if nobody on social media sees this car or knows that you have this car, would you still buy it?
I like
and
that
he was like, yo, word up. He said, yo, if the answer is yes, then buy the car. If the answer is no, you're doing it for the wrong reason. Nobody can.
Respect.
Like if you,
I like
yeah,
that.
if you notice, like, I mean, my new house, I didn't put this on social media. I'm comfortable. Like I don't have to brag about things. I don't want people to gravitate towards me to things. You know, we got a lot of like IG social media influence where they have to put things there to be liked and for you guys to spend money. I don't want that crowd. Okay, I don't want that crowd. I want people who really want to work and change their life. I don't want you to say, "Oh my God, he has this nice house. He has this pretty camera with the blue gene wall behind him, and it's so crispy. It's like 100% crispy. The camera was maybe I don't know."
Saying that, bro, about your camera.
I'm sorry, but you know, I just don't want that. You know what I'm saying? So you know, I don't be bragging. But yeah, man, just ask yourself that question, man. Before you buy something, if social media doesn't know you have this, would you still get in debt for this?
That's a good check right there.
Yeah, I like that.
If you can't buy it twice, and if social media don't know you got it, will you still buy it? That should be your barrier of check right there. CJ, what about you? What kind of thing did you bring up and wanted to talk about today?
So one thing I was thinking about is I don't think we talked about this before, so correct me if I'm wrong, but like our biggest, the things we would go back and adjust. I think we may have touched on it before, but I know we got a lot of people watching. They're like brand new, just starting out. They see folks like us on social media doing these different things. But I don't think we talk enough about what we would have gone back and made an adjustment to inside of our journey. So I wanted to bring that to the table and see what that was for you guys, because I think that could help other people that are just starting out, or even if somebody's just starting to get some traction with what they're doing. I think it's a good conversation.
So the question is, what would we adjust or change?
Yeah, like if you had to start your journey back over, like what's something in it? Obviously, you have no regrets, right? But if you had to go back and make an adjustment in something, what's yours, Nas?
No, I got multiple regrets in life that things I wish I would have done, because I'm one of those people. If I could look back, if I could do better, I'm gonna do better.
Yeah.
So therefore, some things what I would have done as far as business is we're talking about business. Yeah, I mean, just like we discussed this, I think we briefly touched on this before. You probably wasn't paying attention, but I think what it was, I would have picked up more rentals instead of selling my rentals to guys, and I'm wholesaling. I'm getting a quick check. I would have picked up more rentals, and the reason why I say that, some of those guys I was selling rentals to are now retired, but yeah, I'm still working, because when you do transactions, you're only as good as your last transaction. So recently, I'm actually back under contract with a rental with one of your students in Charlotte, because so he was able to get the deal back, and with that being said, so I'm back under contract, and hopefully that should close next week. So another rental to add, but I'm basically like, that's my play, man. Just thinking about the future, man, and getting that cash flow.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's the big one for me, man, is, I started out, had a lot of success very, very early in my business when I was really young. And I was getting transactional money, man, right? And it's like, if you can choose between, if you're 21 and you can choose between making $30,000 and making $300 a month, it's like, yo, give me the 30 racks, man. You know what I mean? And as time has gone on, really, like Nas is saying, I remember I had a conversation with a guy a couple of years ago, and I'm speaking with him. He started after me, like 4 or 5 years, I think, after I started. He didn't do anything but rentals. He did some wholesales here and there or whatever. We're having a conversation, and he's like, man, I think I'm going to hang it up. I think I'm going to retire. I said, retire? I'm like, man, you only been in business 5 years, man. Like, what are you talking about? And he's like, man, I'm cash flowing about $37,000 a month right now, net. I mean, I think I'm good. And in my head, I'm thinking, damn, I'm like, you netting $37,000 a month. You started 5 years after me, right? He didn't do anything but get rentals, right? He did some, like I said, he did some wholesales here and there, but his primary investment focus was just going and getting rental property. And I'm thinking to myself, man, I really goofed up, right? Yeah. And the reality of it was that, yeah, I made a bunch of money. I've made a bunch of money. I've done all these different things. But the reality that I had to face was, man, I didn't pick up enough rental property. I didn't pick up enough assets that cash flowed. So to maintain the lifestyle, to maintain the different things that I have, whatever the case might be, I'm only as good as my last deal. So I got to wake up every day and go hit the road. When I was doing fix and flips and new builds, Nas, I know knows his life. Max, I know you know what I'm talking about. I'm hitting lows at 7 o'clock in the morning, going and picking up appliances. And I mean, like working hard, right? Like making good money, but like working really, really hard. Not getting enough time with family, you know, things of that nature. And the realization for me was, see, the mistake was I chased that quick buck up front. When in reality, all I had to do was compound that $300-$400 a month. I could do some wholesaling as well, but every 5 wholesales, I could have just kept one of them, right? Could have kept 2 of them. So that's, if I could go back and make one specific adjustment, it would have been being intentional about picking up cash flowing assets up front.
I swear, man. And the crazy part was, I didn't have the knowledge, the resources, the private money I didn't then, but I think about that, like, man, you know, because now we in the information age, right? You can turn on the computer, your phone, and the information is there, literally. So, but back when I got started, man, I didn't know about local banks. You know, I didn't know right about all that, and you know, working with them because they'll do your real estate loan. Yeah, people were saying buy property in the LLC, buy property in the LLC. So I'm going to the loan officer, like, yo, I want to put this in my business name. No, we don't do that here. You know, so because those loans were getting sold to Fannie and Freddie, which they don't allow that, but the local banks do. So, you know, and you have to get commercial loans. So, but yeah, man, that's one of my things, man. I wish I would have changed, man, just picking up more rentals, bro, because, you know, even if I, you know, went broke on just picking up rentals, fast forward, it'd been well worth it.
Heck yeah. You know, I think for me, if I had to tweak anything, would have been a little bit better mindset as to understanding that how powerful what I was doing, how powerful it was.
Break that down, though. That's interesting.
It took me a long time, maybe a year and a half, maybe almost 2 years, to really understand how powerful what I was doing in real estate was as far as wholesaling. I didn't understand how much of the equation I was to successful people at the top. I didn't understand how much. I didn't understand financial literacy as well as I do now. I didn't understand how powerful I was to the local banks.
They need you, so they got money to lend out.
I've always been taught I need a bank. I didn't learn till late that the bank actually needed me. So when you don't know your power, you don't go in and demand certain things that you're just gonna get from the bank. When you have deposits and accounts and you have lots of money in cash, you're worth so much to that person that runs that bank, but you just never know because nobody ever taught you about fractional lending. Nobody ever taught you about how banks do deposits and what their lending is. And then I never really understood how important finding off-market deals was important to the successful, everybody that's successful in real estate. That makes sense.
Yeah. So I think we got to expand on that a little bit.
I didn't know how to leverage my skill to be more involved with the actual wealth building side of real estate.
Yeah. So
it was a hustle for a year and a half.
I feel like it's a rap line from somewhere, right?
I don't know if it is. I don't know.
But so like what that makes me think about, right, is that and myself included. So I don't want anybody to take this the wrong way because this was me literally 10 years ago, right? I started out wholesaling and then literally like as fast as possible, I ran for the hills towards fix and flip, new construction, stuff like that. And I stopped wholesaling, right? I stopped wholesaling, just did fix and flip, just did new construction for a little while. Then a lot of people know my story. I ended up getting back into wholesaling, right? But what I realized in that time frame was the best place to be, period, in real estate investing, literally the best place to be is direct to the seller, all right? Everybody who does not have the ability to do the hard work of talking with sellers, looking at properties, running comps all day long, trying to figure out what to make an offer for, like, that is the value in the real estate investment business. You can call every big player in whatever city you are in across the country and ask them, hey, Max, what is your problem that I can help you with as a wholesaler in your business right now? And I guarantee you it's going to be the same thing across the country. Mm-hmm. You don't got deals.
Deal flow.
They need deal flow. That's what as a wholesaler.
All money needs deal flow. Money is useless without deals.
If you don't have anything to work it against, you can't multiply that and make more money. And so I see so many people just like I was. They get into this business, they hear about wholesaling, and they do a couple of deals. And then my students are like this sometimes. Shout out to my students, all right? They're like, oh, I want to get into fix and flip. Oh, I want to get into building houses. Oh, I want to. It's like, yo, slow down. You're in the best place that you can be in terms of a transaction. There's somebody that needs to do 300 unit apartments, and they need to find land, or they need to find a building that they can convert, right? And they have to have that space to be able to do that. As a wholesaler, we can provide those different things. So I think it's important for people to really understand that.
Yo, CJ, my bad for laughing during what you
it's good.
I can see Nas reading the comments and just going.
I'm just hey, bro, they appreciating this clean camera, man. You know what I'm saying? You out? They shot me out, bro.
I'm gotta say too, man. Your skin in me look clear, man. Your hairline is a little more straight.
Somebody said they can see your facial features.
Your facial features, man. Nah, they said the old camera.
They said they never really knew what you look like. Yeah, I'm gonna quit, bro.
Yo, his internet hasn't skipped all night.
All night. I made sure he didn't get he got rid of the
base package,
the WestJet and everything like that.
Hey, yo, no base package in that. I got the second level.
You got the second.
You didn't get the top one though.
I ain't get the top one, but I got the second level. No.
You told them, hey, look, I just needed to be. I need no skips.
No skips, and they gave me the second joint. You know what I'm saying? So unfortunately, they don't offer Google Fiber in my area yet, but I'm on the waiting list. But I got the second level.
Legit. Google Fiber is dope whenever you get that.
Right.
Let's kind of my topic is in real estate. And let's see what time it is. We got about 20 minutes or so left. And then I want to go into some questions. Let's answer some questions. My brother sent me something. My brother's the CEO of my company, so he runs the day-to-day operations over at Venture Atlas. It says the Aspen Institute has determined around 23 million people in the United States could be evicted from their homes by September. This comes as lawmakers in Washington have failed to find a sustainable solution for this crisis. So I think that's crazy. So think about that. 23 million people, let's just say 3 in a household, are going to get, evicted. So let's just say 8 million households, apartment units, condo units, single families are going to be evicted. So what opportunity as a real estate deal finder, as a wholesaler, as a grinder, as an educated real estate investor, what opportunity does that present to wholesalers? And first off, before we get to that part of the question, as you guys are more senior than me in real estate and been around, what do you think this will happen if Washington doesn't step in and do something?
So, I mean, I've got a few thoughts real quick on that. If Washington doesn't get something accomplished, I think we are in for a wild ride. I think at the same time, while it may be difficult, while a lot of us may need to make lifestyle adjustments, find other work that may not be what we want to do, I think that we are entering into the most unique opportunity that we will ever come across in our lifetime. I think that if you have any intent on creating any type of real wealth, if you have any real intent on really creating a business out of real estate and the things that we're doing and talking about, the time that we're getting ready to enter into is going to be better than ever to take advantage of that. If you're not being intentional right now about getting educated on this business, understanding how different components of the business work, getting the proper education, you're going to regret that in the next couple of years, because the time is coming up where regular people like us and a lot of people watching this that don't have great credit, that don't have a lot of money sitting around. I just picked up a rental property 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, owner financing, where I only had to put down $5,000, right? No bank, no credit check. So there's going to be a lot of opportunities coming up like that. There's going to be a lot of creative financing subject to opportunities that are going to come up, but you're not going to need to be doing that if you're not versed and educated on how those things work. So I don't want people to miss the boat, so to speak, on what is getting ready to come. And again, the difficulty I think a lot of people are going to have is it's going to be very hard to get through on a personal level for people. But at the same time, the opportunities that if you keep your wits about you, that you can create over the next 5 years is going to be extremely significant. It will be life-changing. I really do hope that people take it serious and take advantage of the opportunity, because I know that I am. I know you guys are too. And I know our goal is to help educate and teach people how to do the exact same thing. But I really want people to understand that, I mean, the season we're getting ready to come into, as far as an economy and different things going on, you're going to be able to put together a whole lot of money.
So what do you think a wholesaler should be doing to prepare themselves?
So I think it's a really great question. So I think wholesalers need to be getting as educated as possible on different exit opportunities by being direct to seller. I think you want to continue to wholesale deals that make sense to wholesale, but I think you want, one thing I teach my students is you have to, on every seller conversation, you must be asking the seller if they're interested in doing seller financing. It's okay if they're going to say no, but you must be asking if they're interested to do seller financing or not. I think people need to get educated on how that process works, so that when these opportunities come up as a wholesaler, the beautiful part about being direct to seller, like we were talking about a few minutes ago, is that you control that transaction. If that deal comes up and you want to hold on to it and you want to create a rental opportunity out of that and do a wrap, right? Instead of doing a rental, because, you know, that's what I'm doing on one of my deals right now, right? That one that I just picked up the other week. I'm owner financing that to somebody else. So I'm doing a wrap, right? I put down $5,000. I'm going to have somebody else buy it from me. They're going to put down $15,000. So I'll put 10 in my pocket, right? My monthly payment is $603, and they're going to be paying $1,002 per month, right? And that passes down to them the responsibility to do maintenance, things of that nature. So as a wholesaler, you get to control those things by creating a business as a wholesaler that's direct to seller.
I like that. That's pretty dope. Nas, what do you think?
I mean, I think Chris, that's what I was going to say. He summed it up. You got to have more tools in your toolbox to tackle these deals, because September and October, a lot of mortgage payments are going to be due that were missed the past 4, 5, 6 months.
Yep.
Okay. Some lump sums, some people payment are increasing. So if that's going to happen between September and October, that means November and December, they're going to get notices of default. I'm already working with sellers in that situation. Like, man, I got X amount due in September. No way I can pay this. Can you help me? And on 2 of them right now, we're negotiating subject to deals. So, but yeah, man, this is this is going to be an opportunity coming up. You want to have more tools in your toolbox. Now, I got a video on my YouTube channel, Real Estate Dudes, probably be up in a week or so. I sold my primary that I picked up on subject to. Now, I don't go out and promote talk and teach on subject to. All right. It's reasons for that, because not everybody is able, not everybody is willing, and you can end up in court by doing it. Okay. So people definitely, these homeowners in desperate situations, they give you over the deed, and sometimes investors might not have $1,000 in their savings account. So therefore, if they don't get a renter in time, or if they got multiple subject twos, they can't make the payments. And now it's like, well, the owner's going in, foreclosure. The owner's like, wait. I get the house to this person, and now you're ending up in court. All right. So I don't want to be a part of that. So I don't really promote that, but that is an option that you can use.
But not only that, think about just the tired landlords that are going to be like, yo, I don't want to do this no more. You know how many people have bought rental properties that only buy them because either their financial advisor says it's smart, or a friend said it was smart, or they inherited it and they thought they got to keep it as a rental, and now since February or March they haven't had rent. They sick and tired of it. They rather just cash out. You got to go after those things. You got to think of those scenarios and create those opportunities, create something for yourself and other people in your community.
Yeah, man. CJ Student gave me a house with a situation similar to what you just said, man. So, and I'm getting a vinyl, man, in a vinyl house, 2005, 2007 built house for 100. This kid phone was blowing up. So,
Wait, which one of my students was this, man?
Eddie.
Oh, shout out to my guy Eddie, man.
Yeah, that's my dog.
And special shout out to Eddie. He doesn't mind me telling you this either, by the way. Man, you got to make sure you're getting proper haircuts, man. He told me to share that with you, man.
Especially because you got a crispy camera now.
Yeah, the camera's so crisp now. You got to make sure you put the right blade on that line, man.
Nah, real space.
Because listen, we getting older, man. We getting older.
Yeah, yo,
hairline's still there, but I don't know.
I met him in 2008. He cut my hair between like 2008 to 2014. But what happened was I moved across town. So
in our community, that barber relationship is tough, man. It's tough, right? When you leave your barber, it's like leaving your old lady, man.
Yeah, man. I moved, man. So
your old barber had to send a message through your homeboy to make sure you got it. He felt some type of way when he seen it. Man, look how he look right now.
Yeah, so I hope you gave him a real nice assignment fee.
I ain't even argue with the price. He told me the price. Right. Yeah, I'll take it.
For all these
I got some. There you go. I got.
All right.
I got some other people in my inbox. They claim they got some deals in Charlotte. I'm like, yo, I don't need to get in. I'm gonna close on it. Let me have it. And they sometimes they go blank, whatever. But look, I'm buying rentals. If you give me, deals at the right price, I'm buying. So yeah, Charlotte, Rock Hill, holla at me, man.
All of that. Before we move on to questions, and we only got like 10 minutes to do questions, is this is the first time we're going to say it, but I'm going to be launching something here soon where I'm going to be basically buying deals nationwide or JVing with students nationwide. So I'll release that information coming up in the next joint. So you read that Sean Kemp.
Sean Kemp.
Hey, but if you had
put that one on the screen, man. We need that one on the screen, man.
Put that on the screen, son.
Hey,
if you grew up in the 90s, you can relate to this.
Hey, but then he had didn't he play for the Seattle Supersonics?
Yeah. Nah, Max,
isn't that the reason why everybody had that starter jacket?
Yes.
Yo.
Yeah, he was that dude.
They said my man Sean.
Yo, that's better than Bill Cartwright.
Yo, man. Yo, Nas, you got to get me off Bills soon, man. You got to get me off Bills soon.
What's up, B. Smith? My boy Brandon out of Georgia. Appreciate you, brother. That's my guy right there, man. She completely changed his life in the fourth quarter.
That's dope.
Yeah, man. So Yeah, so I'll be announcing very soon where you guys can work with me and my team and the whole thing. Be able to do
with my students, bro. I need you to JV with my students, man.
I got it, man. We're doing nationwide. I gotta do something with this money. Nationwide. So we're gonna try to make something pop. Hey, can you guys answer this? How can I choose a market to virtually wholesale? I'm looking at VA, NC, and Delaware. How do I choose a state and county? That's up to you, man. That's a personal decision. And if you go back and watch one of the videos where I talk about how to find the hottest zip codes, you're gonna be able to know. You're gonna be able. I mean, this is I don't even want to. I don't like just do a little bit of research on where you want to personally be in, and then once you pick that place, see if the numbers back it up by actually going to see if they got deals that move every month. Dorian said, "Should I waste my money on bandit signs right now?" I do.
If they work, you might as well.
Yeah, just know. But I got so many different marketing efforts. Just know that in a totality, there's less people driving, less people out on the road right now. Less people gonna see your sign, so you're gonna be less calls. But that don't mean it doesn't work. So that's gonna be a decision to know: are you gonna be consistent enough for it to even play out? Are you gonna put them out like we do, 100 every week to make it matter, or are you gonna put out 10 and say you ain't got no calls and then quit? My guy says, Max, why don't y'all ever speak on the tax side of wholesaling? Man, tax is such a complicated subject. But what I would say is and everybody up here has different tax strategies. That's the cool thing about taxes. Use whatever strategy, whatever fits you. You have to, what I could do is recommend you to a good tax person or a good person, how you should find a good tax person. So
yeah, I don't think you can really answer questions about taxes.
I'm not a tax professional.
Yeah, and plus everybody's situation is going to be uniquely different. Based on, do you have depreciation? Do you have, like I use some retirement accounts to invest tax free and stuff like that. I mean, everybody's circumstances are going to be different. I encourage everybody to look into IRAs. If you haven't looked into IRAs, I highly encourage people to do that. To help figure out how to offset some of that stuff.
Sorry to cut you off, but go in the group Wholesaling Houses Elite and look for a guy named Sean McKay and just join some of his free. Sean McKay runs a company. Nas is actually, I think, the one who brought me in. Now Mr. Robinson, one of them. He helps. He's part of American IRA based in Atlanta and Charlotte, North Carolina area. And just join the webinars just to see the free information. You'd be surprised if you don't know these tax strategies, you're gonna be crazy.
Yeah. Ether, also on my channel, I have a video with my actual accountant, and we break down the tax side of wholesale. She breaks it down, not we. She breaks it down. It's on my channel, Real Estate Guru on YouTube, with my my accountant. So you can go through there to get an idea how much you're gonna pay on taxes. Like CJ said, it's different for everybody. Can I answer a question?
You can do whatever you want. It's your show.
Yeah, true, because I do have the best camera.
Yeah.
So it says, how much are you guys comfortable paying wholesalers in your areas? I know some people don't like high assignment fees, even if the deal is good. I don't care what you make. I don't care what you make. If the deal works for me, I'm going to buy it. I had one guy who kept bringing me back deals, but I couldn't. I'm like, yo, my plate is full. I'm good, because he was like, yo, you don't bark at my assignment fees because I don't care.
What's the biggest assignment fee you guys ever paid on a deal?
I don't even remember.
I think mine was I had one for $97,000, and another one I think was like 105 or something like that. I can't remember.
That's the biggest one you paid?
Yeah.
I only did like 28. My biggest assignment fee was 28. But I mean, I'm in a different market than you too.
Both deals were, they were phenomenally great deals. I made really good money on both of them. Could have made even more if I would have sourced the deal myself. right? That was in that time window where I wasn't wholesaling. So yeah, I mean, I could care less. I want the wholesaler to get paid. I want them to make good money. I want them to continue to bring me deal opportunities.
Yeah.
It's irrelevant. You know, any real person that's investing and understands what they're doing, they don't care what you're making on a transaction. It's about the number. And that's why you're the commodity as the wholesaler, because you're direct to the seller. You control the deal.
Yeah.
I had guys bring me deals sometime, and they're trying to hide and do for $15,000 or $20,000. I'm like, you could just do an assignment fee on that. I mean, it's on the buyer side. I mean, it's
trying to double close and
yeah. I'm like, yo, you don't have to do it. I mean, but if that's what you want to do is spend the money, hey, but yeah. So because I got a property. The after repair value is maybe like $130,000, right? I bought it for like $45,000-$50,000, man. I got an appraisal with an internet company. They said I paid $35,000 for it. Okay, they said I paid $35,000 for it because the person made like 10, 12 grand on the assignment fee. I don't know. And the as is value is 50, which you can't go look for anything on the MLS in that pocket and find anything for 50. So no. I'm gonna see if I'm a debate if I could debate that that appraisal. I'm gonna challenge that appraisal. I mean,
you can always challenge it. Get another one.
Yeah.
I mean the company. I don't know if that company. I'm gonna see how that lender works. But yes.
Yeah. CJ loan you something, don't trip.
Now, me and Nas need to come down to North Carolina, man. Y'all getting those things cheap down there.
Yeah. Make sure when you come across the border, you call me and Nas. Just check in.
I gotta tap in with my guys, man. No question about it, man. I gotta tap in.
Yo,
I gotta get that pass to hit the border, man.
Right. Yeah. So I remember CJ years ago. He's outside the country on a trip doing some missionary work, and he was like, "Yo, bro, look on those lots, man." He said, "Yo, don't worry about the money. Don't worry about the money. I'm gonna get anything funded. We're gonna do new construction." But I never called him on it because I wanted to make sure, I was I'm not gonna spend his money if I'm not comfortable with it. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to make sure that
I was ready to go too, man.
You was ready to go. You was.
Now, listen, what year was that?
Matt in the back. Put that comment up right there. That's for you.
That's like 14, maybe 2014.
2014.
Yeah.
Man, think about if we would have bought those lots up in Charlotte, what we would have made.
Yeah.
So Nas, my man Jason donated $20 for your Jordan fund.
Oh man, he gonna get him out of shacks.
Yeah, we got start a GoFundMe to get you up out of them shacks.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to match that 20, man. I really am.
Now we got 40. We got 40.
The only reason, nothing against anybody in the shacks. Nothing against the shacks.
Hey, Jason. Let me say this. Let me address my man Jason.
Go,
Jason. Look, if you plugged in, I want the UNC Jordan 3s, right?
But you want to pay original retail price for it. It's not going
I want to pay retail. You know what I'm saying? I don't have $350 for some shoes. I'm older. I don't have nowhere to go. Whereas I need $350 in shoes. But if anybody on this call can get me some UNC 3s, all right, 10.5. Since I was a kid, I've been a fan of the Tar Heels.
Just spend the $350 then.
I can't. But since I was a kid, you know what I mean? It's just hard for me to part with, man. So since I was a kid, I've been a fan of the UNC Tar Heels. So if anybody can get me some UNC Tar Heels at the 3s, 10.5, suggested retail price. So far, I got $20. You know what I mean? I can probably come up with the rest.
You got 40. I put 20 on it.
Okay, so I got 40. So I might can come up with the rest. So yeah, please. Anybody in this call can make that happen. Hit me up, IG Real Estate Duro.
Or just join his OnlyFans account.
Oh, yeah. The Real Estate OnlyFans that you put together. Nah, you know what? I gotta shout you out for that, man. I mean, that's the ingenuity and the thought of creating a Real Estate OnlyFans. Yeah, I mean, what does the monthly subscription cost?
Right now it's $3.99. Basically what I do.
$3.99.
Yes. I basically what I do right now, first 2 months free, but I give you real estate advice and I'm naked. So you know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's like the value add is insane. You know what I'm saying?
Just in the Versace robe. That's it.
Just in the Versace robe, bro, and some Timbs on. But yeah, I got no clothes on and I'm giving you real estate advice. So I strongly recommend you subscribe to my OnlyFans.
Shout out to Nas, man. Shout out to Nas.
My guy. I will not be joining there.
Somebody called it the naked truth. I'm gonna pass on that too, man.
Somebody called it the naked truth. He sound naked.
The naked truth.
I'm done, yo.
I can see Nas on that.
Look, I appreciate you guys coming out once again this Wednesday with us. Where every other Wednesday, right here, 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time live. It's me and my guys. We've been going live and strong. How long have we been doing this now?
Oh man, that's a good question.
What was the first one? This is like the fifth one, right?
I think so, man. It's been a little bit, yeah.
So we've been doing this like 3 months, like pretty much most of COVID.
Yeah, we started doing this before I started coaching.
Yeah, so
it's at least 3 months then.
We got it in. So yeah, man, this is interesting. I like it. I love being able to hang out with you guys, you two, and then also everybody else that joins us on the internet. Obviously, this is back for replay, so you can go check it out. But make sure you check out my guys on Instagram, the Chris Jefferson, and what is it, the Real Estate Guru?
Real Estate Guru, man. Y'all know what it is, man. BBWs, hop in that DM. Let me know what it is. I got that fresh camera. You know what I'm saying? We can get some good pics. You know what I'm saying? So
you can take pics.
Yeah, man. And if you got the hookup on them UNC Jordan 3s, holla at me, man. I need them joints, man.
What's the original retail price?
Oatmeal fries.
When it first came out, there was I want to say 190. There's 190, but the aftermarket right now they 350 on the huh?
They 400 in the aftermarket right now.
Oh, 400 right now in the aftermarket.
The bottom and the equity has some equity in them.
I tried to get them. They sold out in like 30 seconds.
Man, we'll have to tap into the real estate community, man. I'll get the GoFundMe set up.
Just join his Naked Real Estate Truth over on OnlyFans.
Yeah, that'll get him going. Yeah.
My guy, man. I appreciate you both. I appreciate everybody tuning in. Don't forget to catch us in 2 weeks here, right live. Nas is going to continue to bring his crispy cameras. If you learned something from this, you know what I say. Please give us a thumbs up. Please go follow these guys on IG and myself. And I'll see you guys next week by myself and maybe some other guys. Peace out.
Peace.